Welcome to Going Beyond the Scale. This is William and my third weigh-in. We had two weigh-ins before the beginning of the year. This is our first weigh-in in the new year. And like we were talking before we started recording, I'm the one that yaks all the time. So actually today what I'm going to do, William, is I'm going to let you talk about your in-body stats and my in-body stats.
Okay.
And we'll just do it from there. So what do you have to say?
Well, I have to say that I'm encouraged with both our stats because we both had a loss over our last time out. Well, actually, you didn't have a loss.
No, I didn't.
You actually went up a little bit, but it's not severe. But your muscle mass has gone up, which is great because that's something that I know that you think about.
Yeah.
And so the fact that it's gone up is very good. And the other thing that's really great is your visceral fat level. You've been stuck on 20 since forever.
And the scary part is it only registers at 20, so I don't know, I could be at 10 times that, I could be 200, I have no idea. So I mean, you were at 19, and I was like, well, I'm at 20 forever, and like I'm finally, we're twinsies at 19.
We're twinsies at 19.
I love it, yeah.
And as you commented to me before we started the podcast, a lot of our stats are pretty similar. We're kind of wondering if we're weight twins.
I think we do be weight
twins.
That's a good way to look at it. I mean, we really are. Our numbers in terms of our, now like I showed you, you have like 11 pounds more muscle than I do. So that's what we love about the InBody is the fact that we get to understand the composition. So 11 pounds of muscle takes a lot to have. It would take a lot for me to gain 11 pounds. So you and I are very similar in what it says we should lose in terms of body fat mass.
My wife would say that that's mostly in my head.
Could be. But so you went down in weight. What else anything else you notice here?
Well, I'm not too thrilled about the fact that I went down in muscle mass.
Okay.
But you and I have talked about that, so I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
And I know that I really haven't gotten back into the flow, as it were, in terms of my workout regimen. I kind of took time off to enjoy the holidays.
Yeah.
So I really need to get back into the swing of things. I've started working out, but not in earnest.
Sure.
So I need to get back into my regular schedule. And I'm sure that once I do, I'll see, results.
Yeah, I find that's when I'm navigating for people. I basically want them from really Thanksgiving through kind of the Christmas into New Year's to almost the middle of January. It's kind of like a rest and restoration time where you don't want to go crazy. You do want to enjoy it. But I also try to tell people, like, if you're going to do something, don't go nuts that time of year.
Mm-hmm. Just
try to enjoy it. Don't go crazy. And I think both you and I have done that. And we're coming up next week will be the middle of the month. I think you may have noticed it too. It's starting to get a little bit lighter out longer.
Yes.
So that kind of helps as well. The other thing I noticed, I was pleased on mine that my muscle mass did go up, and I'm really pleased that my percentage body fat in these 3 weeks have actually gone down each time. It went from 37.9 to 37 to 36.5. So it's trending in the right direction. But like with you and I have been doing this together for a while. We're not as concerned about each weekly weigh-in as much as we're concerned about our head is in the right place.
Absolutely.
Which and once again, I got to thank you again for the competition and the challenge, because it's nice having a buddy to kind of know that we're going to have a chance to kind of. It's neat. It's kind of neat to see. Instead of me just looking at my numbers, it's kind of fun to compare and see, like, what are we doing here? And the camaraderie makes a big difference.
It absolutely does. It absolutely does. So, yeah, and I'm still in the hunt. I'm still in the hunt in the weight category. I'm not too, it didn't stretch out too far there. I know that my last weigh-in, I was a little, it kind of blew up a little bit there. But luckily, I kind of reined it back in, which kind of makes me feel good because what it says to me is that I've learned how to kind of maintain, in spite of allowing myself the privilege of I don't call it splurging, but celebrating.
Yeah. And you know what's cool, William? You dipped down into the 260s. You're not far from it again. And what's happened is you moved out of the 300s. You are mentally and now physically you're never going to have to go back to the other place because you know what's great, which I know from what you told me, you're not restricting yourself. You're not working out so hard. You're not doing anything crazy. You're doing something that's more of a lifestyle, mental change. And you and I both know, we've got a couple of years on us. We know that every time in our life that we try to do something severe, it works a little bit. It's like a rubber band snaps back. So that's what I love is I've seen you make, I've been with you long enough to know that, have you had challenges? Yes, everybody's challenging. But your head keeps coming back to a place where you're not whining, complaining, beating yourself up. You have a good attitude about it. And I think that's important for people to get when they see you making progress, me making progress. I'm hoping they're listening to how we're, it's not the scale, it's how we're being now, and how we're being throughout the day. I mean,
Absolutely.
So that pretty much, that's our third weigh-in right now, first one in the new year. I know for myself, my goal is to get to 218, which is my first milestone, which is a pound less than my Biggest Loser finale weight. So that's my first milestone. Then I'm going to be going after getting below 200 pounds to like around 190.
Wow.
That's my ultimate goal. How that's going to happen, what that's going to look like, I'm not exactly sure, but it is the direction I want to go in. And I don't have as much muscle on me as you do, so I have a little bit more wiggle room there. For you, what's kind of you're almost in the 260s again. What kind of is realistically, like what's that number you're looking for?
My ultimate goal is 210.
Okay.
And the timetable that I've now set for it, because I really thought about this as the new year entered, about, I knew where I wanted to get to, but I didn't know how long I could realistically expect that it would take me. And I don't want to set an unrealistic goal for myself. So I'm looking at August.
Cool. That's realistic. I think that actually is realistic.
Yeah.
Because you know what's going to happen? You're going to be coming into spring, more light, just everything's different. Summer, like that's strong. If you do that up to that time, that's good. If you're trying to do that coming into fall and winter, a little bit rough. But I think what's good is look at how much progress you've made leading into the fall, now into the winter. You're not having to go back like, oh my God, I got to go and I've got to like change my life. You already prompted that. So now you're coming into spring and summer where mentally and physically you're setting yourself up for success, and I think that's realistic. That makes a lot of sense.
Well, I'll tell you, the fact that I've gone from where I started, I was 3 digits away from my ultimate weight goal to now being 2 digits away from my weight goal. That's tremendous to me.
Yeah.
And I'm almost halfway there.
Yeah.
I'm almost halfway from where I started. So that's awesome.
And as you've said in some of the other times we've talked, you have people who are watching you.
Sure.
They're watching you and they want to know. And I think that's probably the best thing that you can do is share with them and have them know that it doesn't need to be crazy.
Right.
And I think that's is going to make a major difference because you are out with others. And I think the more that you're able to share what you're learning, make them feel comfortable that they don't have to be perfect. And it's great because with these numbers, you say, hey, look, each week I'm learning something.
Yeah.
And the perfection thing screws all of us up. It's very difficult. So that's it. That's number 3. We'll be back with number 4. Any questions, please contact us. And we look forward to being able to share this journey. Thank you for spending your time and being with us on this journey because it also helps us and motivates us.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you.